Your First Alert Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chad Crilly.
A lot of the same the past couple of days. That is heat and humidity giving way to strong thunderstorms during the afternoon. A couple of storms that we're watching on the radar. The first one that is developing as we speak, moving into Henry County south of Eufaula, is showing some signs of heavy rainfall and likely some gusty winds. We're going to watch that really closely as it approaches Abbeville. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for Early County and includes Blakely until 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, and we're concerned about the possibility of wind gusts 55 to 60 miles per hour, especially where you're seeing some of these brighter red colors showing up south of Arlington. This is now south of Edison as well. The current track puts it into Damascus here in the near term. You can see Old Damascus by around 523, Damascus 525, Crestview at about 526, and if it holds itself together into Douglas Crossroads by around 531. A lot of heavy rain in here, also those gusty winds, and we can't rule out some hail up to about penny size, which is below severe limits. The other story we're tracking today is the heat, a heat advisory now through tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. We're talking about the feels like temperature possibly climbing as high as 113 degrees. Check out the heat index right now. We're not far from that. It feels like 108 in Dothan, feels like 109 in Ozark, 108 in Enterprise as well, 108 in Troy, just shy of 100 in Florala. So obviously it is dangerously hot outside right now. Heat-related illness can set in exceptionally quickly in this kind of weather. It's something to think about if you have plans outside. Let's take you through our hour-by-hour forecast. This evening, showers and thunderstorms last through about 7 o'clock. Then they diminish after the sun goes down. We are warm and muggy pretty much all night long. We'll start tomorrow morning off that way as well. By 11 a.m. tomorrow, look at these temperatures, 95 degrees in Dothan. So the morning hours not providing much relief from the heat. By tomorrow afternoon, we're in the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. Again, that heat index near 110, and only a passing shower or a thunderstorm coverage looks to be about 10% or less tomorrow, maybe 20 during the peak heat in the afternoon, but not much rainfall. You might have heard about this. There is a tropical wave that we're watching, an area of disturbed weather near Puerto Rico right now. You can see the thunderstorm tops that continue to go up. No development into a tropical depression expected over the next 48 hours. This is one that we're going to have to pay close attention to. Here's what we know right now. Well, we don't know a lot. There's a high level of uncertainty with this system, though by the weekend, a tropical depression may form near Florida. After that, there's two ways this could go. Number one, the system makes a right-hand turn, impacts the east coast of the Florida Peninsula, Georgia coastline, and the Carolinas, or it could emerge into the Gulf and possibly impact us here in the Wiregrass as a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm. Still a way to go here until we deal with any direct impacts from this. But guys, this might be a good time to start reviewing your hurricane safety plans. We're getting to the time of year where things really heat up, and we're kind of seeing that now come to fruition.
Yep, and we'll have to stay in tune with you. Obviously, as you said, a lot of uncertainty with this storm as it makes its way to the Gulf, maybe goes east into the Atlantic. So we'll have to check and see. Hopefully it doesn't come right up into the Gulf.
Prepping for floods, putting away anything important.
Yeah, all important things to do. Get that checklist going. It can't hurt, right? The worst case scenario, you're extra prepared and nothing happens.
Yep, a lot of time until then. So stick it right here with WDHN. Chad's got you covered.
All right, well, coming up next.